just heard something over there, and I got across the street. It's like, it's your rabbit. Don't sing. All right, looks like a regular rabbit. I think it was a regular rabbit, maybe. I hear engine sounds. That sound synced as I walk up to the street. Wow. This is a quiet video so far. This is boring. I like it boring. This car's right here. Is he one? Looks like it. This car is right here. Is he one? Looks like it. This white car is right after it. Is it one? This whitey looks like a sink to me. This car is gonna sink. He's almost here. This car is right. That line, I think it was a sink. This car looks synced way over there, I think he's synced. Probably synced. That last car though, I don't know. Was he synced? I don't know. Hard to say. This car is right here. I see someone on a bike coming. Are they gonna sink? Hey. Alright, he wasn't right there, so. Wasn't right there, so I don't know. Was he synced? Was that at the corner of the building, maybe? Which one's a sink and which one's not a sink? The other day when I walked, or I don't know if I walked by here or drove by here, but there was a car driving in the parking lot over there next to me. This has a dim light, and it's a white SUV. Was it a sink? Probably. I think it was at the edge of the driveway or something. Probably a sink. Dim light, white SUV. Probably all those cars were synced. I don't know. It's like the first row of cars is like the last one was driving by the curb in the parking lot next to me. So I think they're synced. I think this car coming up behind me is gonna sink. Is he gonna sink? Is he gonna be right here? This is kind of a bad street to record on, especially when it's dark, because But like right here though, these are synced. Those are definitely synced. I think they're black and silver. This is white at the street, sync. At this street, sync. Those are synced. Do I hear a plane coming? This car's right here. Look, synced. I heard a jet in the sky earlier that sounded synced. And then there was a siren like in between the last video and this video. There's a jet and there was a siren. And then yesterday in my apartment there was a plane that flew over and I heard an engine sound at the same time as the plane flying over. And that's right at the corner of the church. I feel like it's a whitey truck. Is he a whitey? Is he gonna hit his brake synced? Don't hit your brake synced. That would be synced. He's going like he's disappearing behind the hill at the center of the street. Like he's like going down over the hill, disappearing at the center of the street. Huh. This is a pretty chill video though, compared to the last video. They'll be back. They were stalking me in between the videos. Frequently. But now it's less frequently. In this video, so far. I hear these birds chirping over here next to me. I think it's probably a sync bird. I don't know. Is this a sync car? It's like right at the edge of this tree line. Is it sync? Is this a sync? Right at the edge of this fence. Right there. Perfectly aligned with it. And I think I hear engine sounds as this car is coming up over the hill. It's driving by right here. This curb. What about this one? Is he seen? Was white, that's all I know. I don't know if he was synced or not, but he was white. I don't know. Here's the car right before here. Is it synced? I think I heard a sound right there, over there somewhere. This car has a dim light. Is he gonna sync? Like slightly dimmer. Is he gonna sync? I don't know. This car has a dim light. This car is almost at the same time as it. This car has a dim light. It's 3 dim lights in a row. Huh. And I see a white SUV getting across the street right now as that car drives by me. It was synced. It was a sync. This car hit his brakes right when the light turned green. I think it was synced. I don't know. Was it? Looks synced. What's this? An ambulance? Is it synced? Is that an ambulance? Is it synced? What's the sync? I don't know. He's probably meeting the other cars at the intersection at least. I think he did that, pretty sure. It's like too far away to tell exactly where the car is at, you know? So, I don't know. I think he did that though. This is right here. This car is pulled up at the same time. It's right here at the edge of this retaining wall. And this car is pulling up as the light is turning. He's probably a sink head. Is he a sink? Is he gonna drive by me as the other car drives in front of me? Almost. I think it was a white truck. I just want to see what happens at the light though, and then I'll probably turn the camera off maybe. I don't know. This car's backing up. It seems synced to this car. And now I'm hearing engine sounds. The sound syncs as the car starts to back up again. And I hear the engine sounds again as he's backing up onto the street. And he's pulling up. The light is turning yellow as he's pulling up here. That's a corner. This car is driving out right here at the edge of the retaining wall. It's probably a sink. Probably a stock-tarded sink. These are gonna sink. They're both white. Sink. This car is turning right now way over at the light. I think it was the sink right there. It was right there like it was a sink. I think 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 it was a sink. I'm right here at the curb in the sidewalk right now. Is it sink? They synced there on the other video the other day, right there. That place. And they love to sync at curves and sidewalks and streets and paths. They love to sync at the curves, and they love to sync at corners of houses right before streets. And then I hear an engine sound behind me as he drives by me. And I think it's gonna drive by me too. And it's gonna drive by synced. And it's gonna be synced. And it's gonna be synced. Doo! I think they were black and silver or black and black. One of those things. I think it was sync. It's a pretty chill video though. I like it. I like it when there's only a few syncs happening. I mean, it'd be better if there's no syncs happening, but it's better than a million syncs happening. So I like it. Here's a car right at the corner of the house, right before the street again. Oh, it's right at the street, I guess. It's white. It's right at the sidewalk. It's a sink. It's a sink. A sus, sync, succinct. Susly synced, succinct. Wasn't there a car at both sides of each street, the last two streets, and then there's no cars after that or before that? Isn't that synced? If you ask me, it looks synced. Like this car looks synced. Watch. He's gonna sink. Right here. Sink. It's like right here. It's like right before the street. This car is turning right here at the curb. I think it's a sink, and he's gonna drive by me sink. Let's see, is he gonna drive by me sink? Or turn sink? Looks like he's about to drive by me synced when I walk up to this street. Is it gonna be synced at the street? Center of the street. Pretty much the center of the street. This car is on the sidewalk. Sink, sink. Sink, 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 sink. And now there's no more cars again. And I hear these engine sounds behind me. I think they're sink heads. Those are always synced. Was he synced again? Is he gonna sync with his brakes? Is he gonna sync? I think he's synced with me zooming in on him when he hit his brakes. His car is pulling up the turn right now. His car is right now. Sync. Sync. His car's turning right at the curb. Sync. This car is one light. Sync. This car's gonna pull up behind me. Sync. Hit the street. It's driving out at the curb. Pulled up the sidewalk, drove out the curb. Sync. This car looks sync. Looks sync. This car looks sync. This car is red. It's right behind the red car. Looks sync. Looks chemtrailed up. Looks like chemtrails. I see whiteys, I think. I see the whiteys at the start of this bridge. And then at the other side of the bridge, whitey. Norfolk whitey. Same. Probably other stalkers in front of me at the same time. This one has one orange light. Is it sync? Is it sync? Whitey's turning in front of me. Is it sync? Is it sync? This white van, this white truck look synced. Are they synced? Is he gonna sync? Is he synced? Is this car gonna sync with this car? Are they pulling up right now? Sync? And then he meets a black car, and then that's a silver car. It's black and silver syncs. Looks like the black and silver syncs. I don't know, the silver car is kind of off, but the black cars look synced for sure. This truck is driving out as this whitey's pulling up to the intersection. They're turning simultaneous. Oh. This white truck is pulling up as this white car is driving by me. Is it synced? It's like right here too. Was it sync? Is this sync? Sync. I think I hear a dog that started barking when that car drove by me. I hear the dog barking again. Is he a sync? I hear the dog barking again right as this car drives by me. Where's the dog? Is he in a car? This silver car pulled up right when I walk up. I think it's synced. I think this car pulled up when I walked up too. I think he did. That's a green car. Is this a sync with the white SUV? Is it sync? There's a sync. Usually when I see a semi, it's sync. So probably sync. What's pulling up when the light turns? A 555? Are these red cars probably synced? Is this black and silver? What's this? Another red car. Was it synced? That it was synced. It's a CG. I thought it said CC. Is this a sync? Looks sync. Is the light turning yellow right now? Sync. There's the sync. This light just turned on right now. In my house. This car's right now. I think this semi was coming up behind me at the same time. This white truck was probably synced with it. Huh, sync. I hear something behind me right there. I don't know. I don't know, man. Was it synced? Is it synced right here? Is it a sync? Is it sync? Is it black and silver syncs? This light just turned off again. I think it's synced here now. Is it synced? I hear this semi engine farting right when he drives by me. Is this car gonna sync? Don't sync. Don't sync. Is this white car right here? Is it gonna sync? Is this jogger gonna sync? Don't sync. Don't sync. See a whitey turn. I think I heard a dog bark and a car door slam or something, some type of banging sound. Whereas whitey was turning in front of me. This is the one light. Is it sync? I think they're making sounds over there. Is it sync? Is it a sync? Is that a sync? Looks like a late sync, maybe. I don't know. Was he a sync? I don't know. Just trying to unravel the mystery of who's synced and who's not synced, and why are they synced? What is the sync? What is the sync hype? Trying to figure it all out. Just making sure he doesn't hit his brake sync. Alright. He looks like he's probably cool, like he doesn't sync maybe. I don't know. I hear the semi again. Whatever type of truck it is that goes. I hear this dog barking. I think he's seeing. Probably seeing. Sing. Sing. Sing, sing. I hear the dog barking again. I think he's probably a sink. Probably a sink dog. I see a car turning in front of me right here. It's sink. I see a car right at the door. It's sink. He turned his music on right next to me, right at the door. Is this car gonna sink? Don't sink. Is this car gonna sink? Yup, I think. Is this car gonna sink? Center of the street. Don't sink. Okay. Is that a sink? Are these cars gonna sink? Don't sink. This truck's pulling up, and it seems synced with these. Is it synced? I'm walking by this alley right now. He just got out of the car. Was it synced with the white car? Probably. Got a red shirt, I think. He's opening the door right now. Or wait, no he's not. Never mind. When's he opening the door? It's right as his car turns. Sink. Is this a sink? I bet he's a sink. Is this gonna stop right now? Ooh. You see the lights turn on right there? Sink. He's parking again. Sink, 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 sink. Sink, sink, sink. Ba-ba. Now what? What's gonna sink? Is it gonna be this white van? Is it gonna sink? Is it gonna sink? Is it gonna sink with this? Is it a sink? Did it sink? Was it a sink? Is it a sink? This is right before the corner of the building. Is it a sink? I think a black and silver sink. Is it a sink? Is it silver? Sink. That's an early or late Whitey, I think. He's off. This is a right on time Whitey. He's right on time. White there, white on time. Sink. 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 Do. Sink. Do. Sink. Sink. I hear an engine sound right here. It says that truck is driving through the intersection. I see a car parking up the street right now. I hear a train horn right as the light turns yellow right here at the alley. Sink. Sink. I think that blue truck was driving by at the door. He's got a dim tail light. Sink. Sink, sink, sink. I think those are both silver. I see a car back at the other intersection that was synced. I see another silver car turning right now. Sink. He's gonna meet me at the other side of the street. Sink. Sink.